Show of hands, please. How many people are thinking of starting your own business? How many people are here just to learn? Okay, awesome. All right. Okay, for those who have you guys ever heard of? Okay, before that, let me just share with you some background on myself. I've been in sales for 12 years, mainly in IT and in the IT sector. So I was dealing with hardware, servers, network products, and then I moved to software. Okay, so lately we've been developing AI products, live chat, CRMs, and so forth. So it's a very exciting era to be in. Let me just share with you because AI is moving really fast, and things are picking up, making it easier for us to get things done. The next 5 years, the jump for the next 5 years for us is going to be huge. So I hope you guys are ready to jump on this train because it's a lot of money to be made online. All right. So moving forward, okay, CRM. Today I'll talk about CRM and chatbots. We have two other guest speakers who will touch more on email marketing. Okay. So these three elements are really important in your e-commerce business. Okay, there are touch points where I would say every e-commerce business should have. Okay, just show of hands that anybody here who has played with a CRM before. Right. Anybody who doesn't know a CRM? Okay, cool. All right. So, what is a CRM? Let me give you a story. Do you guys remember there's an old shop in your neighborhood? You know, that uncle and auntie where you walk in and they know your name. They say, "Hi boy, you know, what do you want?" Before even you order something, they know, today you want 2 hex or something like that. I'm an old guy, so you know hex last time was 10 cents. Yeah, so, yeah, 5 cents, right? You know, so why was that? You know, that experience was really special to us, you know. That is actually because it was a personal relationship, okay? So this is why CRM is so important because it helps you manage and also have a view of your relationship with your customer, okay? So basically it tracks all your different touch points for your customers into a single point where you can see all your interactions, all right? So that sums it up. So in a business, there's different communication channels, right? So you have your website. So when you're talking about e-commerce, it's more on your website, telephone, email, nowadays social media, and most of your marketing channels as well, right? So the thing is, every channel has different interactions with your customer, right? So it's really important for you to have a view on this. We live in an era where data is king. You know, data is everything. Now people are saying data is the new oil. You know, so having this clear view of how customers interact or how customers feel about your business is really important in nowadays. All right. So why? What's the benefits of having all this, right? So by having clear information about your customers, you can target the suitable customers. You know, when especially in e-commerce, everybody will tell you, have your target persona, target audience. You know, this is really important because you have billions of people using the internet. You can't just throw and say, hey, you know, my target audience is everybody. You know, it just doesn't work. You need to find a niche, you know, that your product or your business attracts. It could be a businessman, it could be IT enthusiast, it could be just part-time home moms. Again, it depends on your business strategy, but you need to have a clear target. So having this CRM gives you that information to see, oh wait, my website is attracting youngsters. My website is attracting businessmen. You know, so by having this information, you can see, oh, okay, my target audience is X, right? After that, you also can have integrated customer service in different touch points. So like I said, you could have your website, you could also have social media, right? You have your storefront, right? So the customer can come to your website and make a complaint saying that, hey, my order has a problem, but nothing will happen there, and they call you, right? The worst thing for a person is to, or a customer, is to repeat their issue when I've already put that into your website, you know? So the CRM helps you track all this in one location as well. Another thing is customized product and services. For example, nowadays, you know, you can go and buy clothes and stuff, right? On the line, online, right? So sometimes people want more customized, more unique stuff. So when you see somebody buys leather shoes and suits, you can always, you know, make new stuff for them and then particularly give it to them so that they will like it, right? So personalized service, okay? And then individual marketing messaging. So for example, have you ever gone to some of the sites, right, and you just browse through and then you sign, and then the next day they say, hey, you know what, Shadiq, I have a special discount for you for 5% on something you've seen. You know, so these are all target marketing, all right? All this information is all coming from the CRM as well, all right? Then improve pricing. Okay, pricing has always been the big talk in business. You know, this guy is selling cheaper, this guy is selling more expensive. By having a clear view on how customers interact with the pricing and seeing how your competitors price, you will have a better idea on how to price your product, right? And most importantly is customer service. I think nowadays, if you ask me, businesses are, I would say, is closer than ever. You know, the small guys are close to the, getting closer to the big guys and everything. Everybody is competitive. The differentiator for businesses now is customer service and customer experience. How a customer feels and relates to your brand is the differentiator for your business to succeed. All right. So this is a bit technical, but just to show you how information goes from different levels in a CRM. All right. So you have the verbal communication, internet, email advertising, and phone marketing. All this information will be put down into data classification. So you will have personas, you will have whether they have kids or no kids, you know, what they like. All this information will be gathered into your CRM, and later on will give you a clearer picture on who is interacting with you, how are they interacting with you, are they happy with your delivery time, are they happy with your service product, your product. All this will be all captured into the CRM. Right? And then once you have it here, it will be disseminated to all across your organization. For now, maybe it's just a one-man show, but later on, I'm sure you want to grow your business to a bigger thing, right? So you want to have your marketing have the information or visibility of who is interacting with you. You want your logistics to know, hey, this lady doesn't like products to be late, you know, so please send it on time. All this will be handled by your CRM. All right? Oh, sorry. Okay, so some success stories, I would say, right? That just using CRM, Amazon has become the giant it is today. Right? For example, Salesforce. Salesforce is one of the biggest CRM providers now, and been used by most MNC companies. So it's just to show you how important CRM is in this era right now. Right, there are a lot of free CRMs you can find online. Okay, this is just some of the recommendations I've gone through and I've used personally along the way in my journey, and currently also been using it. Just to give you some highlight, I'm not promoting them, I don't work for them. Okay, so Zoho CRM is quite interesting. It gives you updating your clients. You can put in your leads and everything. You can follow up your leads. All right. you can hook it up to your telephone system. So every time you make a call, it tracks. So it's more of a sales process CRM tool. HubSpot is really interesting. It's free. You can hook it up to your website. Okay, so once you hook it up to your website, you can actually see all the interactions your customer do on your website. Alright, so you also can do the normal email marketing and everything, all hooked up to HubSpot. Again, Salesforce, I don't think I need to say much. It's one of the biggest players in the market right now. It's expensive. It's per user. But the features they have is just absolutely amazing. You know, it covers from customer service, sales, marketing, and so forth. All right. Agile CRM basically it's a smaller version or a simpler version than Salesforce. So these are just a few of them. There's a lot of CRMs out there. Again, know what you want as an objective. So basically, before you choose a CRM, think to yourself, why do you need it for? All right. So for example, currently the people who are doing your e-commerce, how do you keep your clients? Sorry? Somebody said something? Please don't be shy. There's no right and wrong. Excel. Exactly. Excel is one of the best tools you use before using any CRM. In fact, it's one of the best CRMs out there. Okay, so yeah, people use Excel to keep all your data and whatnot. Imagine you have so many Excels. You'll come to a point where it's so much headache, you know, and then you have to merge the fields, VLOOKUP, you know, all this stuff. Then once you mix up certain formulas, and that's it. You know, the results you get is just headache. So all this can be managed by using the good CRM. Right? Any questions?
Which CRM is the first lowest?
Every cheapest one. There's no cheapest one out there. HubSpot is free. To a certain, Zoho is free. Yeah, to a certain extent it's free. I mean, okay, so like, I think for HubSpot you get about 2,000 records. 2,000 records. Yeah. So just for starting up, I would suggest, just for starting, try it out. You know, there's no, you have your Excel. I think they have a feature where you can actually upload your Excel into the CRM. Alright? Yes?
If we try, we use a free one, 2,000. If we go up to 2,000 already, we don't feel satisfied. Can we take out the 2,000 customers to another place?
Sure. Yeah, the data is transferable because all you have to do is basically you're uploading the data onto the CRM. Later on, you just take the download back the information.
Readable, can read.
Yes, it will be on Excel CSV format. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. When it comes to security, again, most of them adhere to the PDPA Act. Most of them are overseas and whatnot, and most of them are cloud services, right? So nobody will hack into the system, but I cannot say for 100% sure that information, how they use the information, or whether they will use the information. Of course, they have a caveat to say that they won't. But I'll be, you know, again, everybody can say what they want, but we're not sure. But let's say this: there's so many people using it out there. I don't think there should be a reason to doubt them because all the information you're putting there is your customer information, right? So it's just basically most of the stuff you will be putting there is basically customer name, maybe preferences, most of your communication with the customer. You know, if you're more detailed, you know, you would have every interaction. So from every interaction with the customer, you put it there. You know, so again, it depends how you look at it. But if you ask me the risk, it's worth taking the risk. You know, because end of the day, it's going to simplify so many things. You know, I mean, at the beginning, when we just started our business, I was using Zoho. I was trying out a few CRMs. I was using Zoho. They had an app, so it was really easy because I do a lot of sales. So I have to track all my sales calls, my interactions with my clients, you know, their preferences and everything. So Zoho came very handy for me. It had an app. It gave me reminders and whatnot. So and then also for my finance, they saw my orders and whatnot. So again, it depends on what you want to do with it. Any other questions? Yes.
Actually, I usually interact with my customer using WhatsApp.
Yeah.
So any of them can connect with WhatsApp.
I'm not sure WhatsApp is covered. I don't think so. Yeah. But do you keep that that information currently?
Keep the conversation.
You just keep it in conversation there. I'm not sure. Maybe you can download the whole thing and upload it there, possible, but I don't think they integrate it directly to WhatsApp. Any other questions? Yes?
Can you share with us how is this kind of CRM helps you improve the pricing? I don't get it.
Okay. Let's just say, for example, you are in construction, all right? And you priced certain materials at X amount, all right? However, you can see with your clients all the data, right? You can see how clients are interacting with your data and also how your competitors are pricing, okay? So based on that, you have an overview on how everybody is pricing certain things. This material, for example. From there, you can actually better price, not improve, but better price your product. Okay? So it's just giving you an overview on everything. For example, now, if you want to price the product, right, what do you have to do? You have to go to Lazada. You have to go to all the marketplaces, see every product that is similar to yours, get a price range, and then only decide, right? That's so much work. You have to go to each site, know everything, or you can go to, I don't know whether what Boleh Compare does it for you and everything, but think of it like that. So by having like this, you are actually seeing from customer's perspective. You know, when you price something and customer are like, hey, you know what, your price is quite cheap, right? That gives you an indication. Okay, hey, you know what, maybe I can play with my price point a bit more. You get me? So it's all about the interaction you have with your client. You know, so if your client says that, hey, Shadiq, I really like your service, maybe you can add in something else, right? Another client tell me that, okay? All this interaction is in your CRM. Usually when people tell you word by word, today you listen, tomorrow you forget. You know, because we're that busy. I mean, I'm not saying that everybody's forgetful, but we're busy. You know, you see one client, you go see another client, you go see another client. On top of that, you have to manage your Excel and whatnot. So you just, some information just falls off. By having CRMs, it just gives, it puts it in place where you can come back and look and say, hey, you know what? Customers are talking about this, about my business. What can I do? How can I interact with that? You know? So yeah, that's how you, so it doesn't improve pricing, but it helps you better, get a better idea of the pricing. Yes? Email, yes. Not SMS. Yes, you can hook up your email system to both of them, and you can send emails from there. Yep. Yes. Yes. Yes, you can. Yes, with MailChimp and everything you can. Yes. CRM, yes. So you can integrate it with MailChimp. So if you're running a campaign, for example, to get more people, right? So usually what you do is you make a MailChimp campaign, and then you get the leads. You'll be in an Excel format, right? Yes, you can. Yes. So there's a lot of integration can be done with the with CRMs. You can integrate your payment gateway, your logistics and everything, so you can see a better view of how the business is running. Right. Any other questions? Available. Oh, sir. Apparently, Zoho CRM WhatsApp's integration is available. Yeah. So you can try it out. I'm not saying these are the best, you know, but please, if it will help your business operations, right? Okay, so all right, moving forward, I'll just talk about live chat and chat. Okay. Okay, the next topic we're going to talk about is live chat. Okay, but before we go to live chat, I always like to talk about customer experience. Like I mentioned before, I feel customer experience and customer service is one of the most important thing in business. You know, because the customer is everything. All right. So these are just some of the topics that I will cover through why chat is important, live chat is important. Okay. And benefits of chat and whatnot. So, anybody here has a e-commerce website? Okay. Do you guys use live chat? Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, please tell me your experience of live chat.
So far, what's the benefits? Please tell because let them know from the user.
Senang nak interaksi dengan customer, lepas tu customer nak tahu pasal barang ke, pasal servis yang kita tu, kita boleh directly inform dia.
Okay. Has this improved your business?
Yeah.
Anybody else who's implemented the chat in your website? Don't be scared lah.
Okay. So yeah, basically live chat, what it does for your business is, think of it as your website is your storefront or your shop. Okay. So the live chat is actually basically allowing your customer to talk to you. When you go to a shop, if you don't see the shopkeeper there, you'll be like, do I go to this shop? Like, go to another place lah, you know? Or when you go to a shop, the shopkeeper plays with his handphone and he don't care about you. You're like, you know, why am I wasting my time here, right? So similar experience. All right. So basically, the chat gives your customer a way to communicate with you when they come to your website. All right. So that's just to sum it up. That's it. But so why customer experience is very important? Okay, so why I'm talking about customer experience is, again, I'm going back to this is because, again, in the analogy of the shop, right? It's how your customer feel when they come to your website. Do they feel welcome? You know, in e-commerce, there's no face in the business, right? There's no feeling in the business. People buy things that they relate to, they feel to. People, you know, basically we buy through feelings. You know, it's corny, but it's true, right? So that's why it's really important to have really good customer experience in your e-commerce site. All right. So one of the things that really we found strengthens loyalty with customers is the effectiveness of how communication is done, interaction is done with your business, the ease of doing business with your company, and also the emotional feel of the company. Alright, so every time I come to your website, I do a dealing with you, how do I feel? You know, after I make a purchase, hey, you know what, that was easy. you know, I like this company, you know. That's how people feel when they do digital transactions. It's slightly different from how we normally do, you know, where we can put a face to a business, but in e-commerce it's slightly different. That's why live chat is so important, because it bridges that gap between your customer and yourself. Right? So this is just some stats. This is a bit old, but messaging apps are now one of the top used application, more than even social media. Okay. This is just 610 most used globally apps, messaging apps. I think everybody here has 1 or 2, even 3. Like myself, I have 5 messaging apps. There's about 77% of Malaysian users are already using messaging apps, you know, and chat apps are just going to still, the usage of chat apps are increasing more and more. I think nowadays the first thing you wake up is you take your phone and check your WhatsApp, right? You know, so you see how the behavior now, it's people are more inclined to actually chat with you than give you a phone call, you know. So you know, my wife messages me, "What do you want for dinner?" Instead of calling me, or she's downstairs. You know? So people are so different nowadays that you just want to use this technology. Okay, so why? These are just some benefits of live chat. So increased customer satisfaction. Again, this is some stats that we pulled from the internet. The study shows that 73% of people, 73% of highest customer satisfaction level is from chat, followed by email. Okay. Then also 63% of customers are more likely to come back to your website if you have a live chat. Okay. And then also you save cost and time. Basically because if you look at a phone call, a person can handle a phone back to back, I think about 5 calls in 20 minutes. However, you can concurrently handle multiple chats in a single session. Right? Increased conversion again. Because sometimes, if you think about it, right, when somebody goes to your website, as much as you want to put all the information there, there's some information that you might tend to leave out, or some information they want to find more, right? And we live in an era where it's instant gratification. I want to know information now. You know, I don't want to wait. If you don't have the information, I'm going somewhere else. All right. So by having a live chat, they can actually straight away, like the Miss shared, that they ask directly to you with, regarding your products. So they will ask you, hey, you know what? Do you have this product at this color? What's your price? Okay, deal. Let's make the business. Right? And also the most important thing about live chat is customer data. Again, all this goes back to your CRM, and then you have interactions of your customer talking about your business. Okay? So this is really valuable data, because before companies used to pay research companies to find about how customers feel about your brands. Now you can actually see and interact and see all the interactions with your customer live. Right? So these are some of the businesses that use live chats mostly. So real estate, car rentals, all these companies are prone to use live chats, and also and chatbots. Okay. So how to adopt a successful chat strategy? Okay, so if you want to get a live chat, also there's some thought to be done. You know, you just don't put any live chat there. Okay, so define your chat objectives. So for example, if you want just for your customer to talk to you, all right, and ask about product inquiry, then there are some chat systems out there that's suitable. But if your company is more on surveys and stuff like that, then it'll be a different solution and whatnot. Is it proactive or not? So for example, I don't know whether you guys like this, but I'm against it. For example, when you go to a website, suddenly the thing opens and say, "Hi, you need help." You know? So that still bugs me until today. You know, like, but some people feel that, but if done correctly, it makes a lot of impact. So when I say that, what do I mean? So for example, if you see your customer, there are some chats where they actually see where your customer are on your website. They call it a mirror view. Okay, so it means you have view on where your customer is on a session. Okay, so basically you're sitting down there, you're looking at your customer, you're moving to your pages, and you see him stuck at the payment page. Okay, then you prompt him and say, "Hey, I notice you are at the payment page. What's wrong?" You know, that if you do it that way, then yeah. But you know, when I just come to your shop and go, "Hey, hi," that's like, okay. You know? So yeah, so proactive or not, that's one. Find a solution where analytically suitable for your business needs. So most of these chats can't give you analytics. So find again, data is important. So look for the one that's suitable for you. Plan your resources. Okay, having a live chat, okay, will increase a lot of interactions. Means people will start messaging, and then they will non-stop message you. Okay, means they won't go to your FAQ page anymore. Okay, because they will just start asking silly questions. Some questions that are already there, also they ask you, "Hey, you know, where's your address?" You know. So plan your resources. Do you, you know, are you gonna do it? You gonna get an intern to do it, and so forth. Some of the companies actually offer resources together with the live chat. Okay. Another thing is, does it allow integration with third party? So does it allow? Can you use it on your mobile phones? You know, can you link it up to your email marketing campaign planner and so forth? All right, this is very important, and whether it's compatible with mobile devices. Okay. Okay, so the future in chat, this is really interesting. Okay, nowadays I'm not sure whether you guys have heard of AI and AI chatbots and so forth. So basically, it's a small system that mimics how interaction is done between humans. So, but actually, it's just a pre-stored responses triggered by certain choices that you guys make. Right? It seems smart, but actually it's not. So we call it chatbots. So when you launch all this live chat, right, you have an option to put chatbots together here. Again, there's usually a different service. You have to pay extra. So what does this do for you is, it eliminates the extra resources. Okay? So most of the questions actually, when you go through the chat analysis and data, you actually see there's always a recurring pattern of what your customer asks. Okay, it could be, "Hey, you know, do you have a product on certain color? What is your delivery? You know, and so forth." Okay, so once you know that, you can actually program the chatbot, you know, to answer this question. So for example, so when the next time somebody asks you that question, the chatbot answers instead of you answer. Okay. So there are some examples. For example, KLM, it's a airline company that did a chatbot for for booking flights and checking in. Okay, so you can actually talk to this bot and everything. There's a bot actually to even talk about how it gives you a psychology advice. Okay, there's a bot about. I think it's in the States, right? There's a bot where you can actually, it will teach you how to find your parking tickets. Yeah. So there's a lot of things going on there. So feel free to go to this one. This is a bot where my previous company, we did a chatbot for Segi Subang for students to sign up and do a awareness. Right? This is a chatbot for Pizza Hut to order pizza on Facebook Messenger. Alright? So Again, these are benefits for chatbots. Is they are available 24/7. Okay, highly customizable. Okay, so you can have different responses programmed to the chatbot. Again, save resources and affordable and powerful. The affordable and powerful caption because it depends. But to a certain, if you look at it in the long term, yeah, it will even out. But sometimes the initial cost can be expensive if you're going for AI. Alright? I think that's about it. Any questions for chat? Yes.
What is the AI in it? The AI.
Artificial intelligence.
Yes, no, what is the AI that apply into it?
Okay, so nowadays what they do is they will put the AI will actually answer for you all the questions. So it's like talking to a human. Okay, so for example, like now we are doing an AI bot for one of our clients who is retail. Okay, so customers they have a range of customers that come and ask about where is this shop, does this shop sell these products and whatnot. Okay, so the problem with computers is they don't understand when we type language. Okay, there's no way when we type A, there's no way the computer knows that's an A, right? So we have to actually train the computer to understand that this is address means address, right? So that's done by reinforced machine learning. Okay, so we would teach the computer to try to understand certain phrases, what this information means, and respond accordingly. Okay, so that's the AI element in it. So we use natural language processing to convert the text into a language that the computer understands, and then respond.
Is it not triggered by the keyword?
Keyword? No. Okay, keyword can be, that is very fake AI. I won't call it even AI. That was just basically like your keyword search or meta tagging. Okay, so that one you put a keyword and then it will give you certain responses. But here we're trying to actually understand what is the intent in that sentence. Okay, so for example, when I say, hi, I'm looking for a dress, a party dress for a night out, right? So the intent here is a party evening dress, right? But if you put keyword search, it's just going to search as dress, and then you get all different search. So the way we are training it is to see, okay, the intent is party, evening, so, and then break it down again and go further. So that's how the AI part is. Any other questions? Actually, yes. Very interesting about. Yes, Google Dialogflow is really good. It's really simple. I think Facebook has another one.
Yes.
Facebook also has one similar to Dialogflow. They are really good as well. I think Dialogflow it's quite reasonable priced, if you ask me. It's not free. It's based on interaction. So number of interactions done with your company, right? And the thing is, the good thing about Dialogflow and the Facebook one is they're already AI ready. So you put the intent in for your messages, and it will train the model by itself. Any other questions?
Yes. I find it the cost very high because you need 24 times 7, or you need some professional to answer the questions.
Sorry?
I find it the cost can be very high, you see.
Yes.
The time, the people.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, again, it is sometimes quite costly to maintain the resources, but that's the cost of doing business, right? I mean, you think about it. Once you, again, it goes back to your strategy because, like I said, you need to think, if I put the live chat, it's going to be 24/7. You know, you can't stop your customer to say that, hey, you know what, my chat doesn't work after certain hours. However, you can manage expectation. So what you do is, most of the time, you put that operation hours is from X to X. If you message after these hours, please wait for response at this time. So yeah, so that's one way you can work around it. So it's about managing expectations with your clients as well. But please bear in mind, once you put a live chat in your website, it's gonna be crazy, because yeah, I've seen customers putting in a live chat in their website. The next day they call me and say, Shadiq, I got 2,000 chats. You know, so I said, well, it's a good thing, right? But again, you really need to see and also manage yourself. But you said if it's expensive, then try to work around it. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
What are the languages available?
Okay, most of the chat systems are multilingual. Okay, I don't know about BM. But again, actually, you're talking about chatbots, right? Yeah. I think BM is also almost there already. There's an Indonesian company that's working on the translation, and they're quite close. So I would say it's there. Some of the providers already have multilingual. Any other questions? Right. Okay. So I'll pass the session to our next guest speaker, who's going to talk about more email marketing and how that flow is going to be. So thank you so much for your time. I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, I think you'll take 5 minutes break for this one. I think 5 minute break.
Hey, where you guys going? Okay. Okay, I think we continue lah. It's okay. Okay, next we have Charles. Where's Charles?
Hello everyone. Good evening. I'm Charles. I'll be speaking about internet marketing for 30 minutes. Is it okay? So quickly about myself. Today I represent my association, Digital Marketing Association of Malaysia. Short form, you can call it DMAM. Have you heard of DMAM? I don't think you heard of DMAM, but you heard of DMAM, right? So DMAM is a new association. Google it. Just Google it. If you are interested, just look into it. Okay, let's get started. Yeah. Email marketing, cheapest way to make money on the internet. If you have emails and you have a database, this is the cheapest way. Okay, why do I tell you that? Because when you spend money on Facebook, you spend money on whatever, like Instagram ads or whatever, Google ads or whatever, right? It's so expensive. 5 ringgit, 10 ringgit per click, 30 ringgit to get people, you know, a lead, and then 50 ringgit for a conversion. A lot of people forget about this. They focus so much money, so much time on bringing a new customer in, but after that they forgot how to follow up with the customer. Have you noticed this? How many of you are business owners? Okay, I'm just going to ask some simple questions. What is the lifetime value of your customer? Lifetime value. How many times do they buy from you a year? How many times do they buy from you in 5 years? What is the latest products that you have that is the #1 seller? What is the thing that they keep buying from you? A lot of people don't care about all this, you know why? Because they can't be bothered, they just want new sales. And if you have an email, if you have a CRM, if you have a database, this is something that is going to be very, very amazing. And statistics shows this. Should I stand or stand here? Is it better?
Yeah.
If you have 50,000 emails, you will be a millionaire in USD. 50,000 email database, you'll be a millionaire in USD. I'm going to tell you why this is so simple, why this is so powerful. So email has been used for all these things, for branding, for traffic, engagement, direct, referral, reactivation, retention, and acquisition. A lot of people, they don't see the effectiveness of email marketing because they spam. You are lazy. You know why you're lazy? You send one email to your whole email database. And you say the email doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Obviously it doesn't work. Because every email has to be crafted personally to one person. And that group of one person will grow. Do you realize that? It will grow to 10, 20, 50, 100 lookalike audience. Then only you will see results, because selling to different people takes different time. Crafting a message is one-time work, a lot of work, but one-time work, and it's the best investment you can do. I mean, you're both for networking, right? This is what you do networking. Come. This is what you do. You say hello, you change name card. Okay, you change name card, give your name card. Okay, take your name card. You pretend to see for a while, right? You pretend to see for a while and then ask some simple question as if you care. And then after that you go, thank you. And then after that, what you do with the name card?
Okay.
You go back, right? You keep your CRM system or whatever system. You don't really care what the person wants. You don't really care what the person needs. That's not email marketing. That is email spamming. Alright? So it depends on you. Where you are, after 30 minutes, you say, understanding the customer journey roadmap. I took this from the internet. It's very powerful. You need to understand where is your customer. You can have this later, no problem. Where is your customer? Is your customer new? Is the customer engaging you? Is the customer subscribing to you? Is the customer converting you? Is the customer excited? Is the customer extending to be your tribe, advocate, and promote? You see, if a customer really likes you, he and she will promote you for free. You realize that? And most of the time, your customers are just here. Here are a lot of things that you don't do. So a lot of things you cannot do because you don't have the time. But email marketing, you can automate it. Depending on what level the customer is. It's a lot of work, but it's good. So email got 3 types: transactional, relational, promotional. One is to build relationship, obviously. One is to promote. One is about money. You know, you buy things, you get email marketing. So for example, transactional emails. You buy something, you get confirmation. I'm going to go quickly, like, thank you for purchasing, blah, blah, blah. You know? Transactional. Very simple. How about relational? You welcome them. Lead magnet, newsletter, webinar, surveys, social updates, contests, referral requests. So all these things, you see, you need to nurture your leads to generate 50% more sales. In every single businesses, I took from HubSpot, it's a very big CRM company. To get customers is easy. That's not my problem. My problem is not getting customers. My problem is following up on the sales. Because follow up the sales takes time, takes effort, takes requirement. You need to understand what the customer wants. Okay? And promotional. Then after that, once the customers know you, like you, engage with you, then you can start selling again and again and again. Now, if Starbucks every time email you and give you 5 ringgit coupon, how many times do you want them to email you? Every single day, right? If Starbucks every single day emailing you, ask you to buy the latest promotion, how many times do you want them to buy from you? Do you see the big difference? But when you go to Starbucks, you don't spend 5 ringgit, you spend whatever, they give you 5 ringgit coupon. But probably you go there and you spend 20, 30, 40, 50 ringgit, you understand? Maybe you go with your friend. That is costing. That is just through email marketing. That is cheap, that is free. But a lot of people don't know how to use that because you keep promoting yourself. I don't have so much time to teach you all this, so I'm going to go quickly by this. You need to have service, brand, lead, retention, loyalty, engagement, and sales and upsell. And different email goes to different things, okay? So quickly, broadcast versus triggered. So this is the beautiful thing about internet marketing, email, yeah? You can send a broadcast to you. Let's say, for example, if I have your database data, which I don't think I will say thank you for attending my talk, and this is the full slides for you. And after that, you will opt in into my email. Can you imagine that? You put in your address, isn't it? You give me permission, so I attend to you. And then what if I say this, hey, you know what, can I give you a free video on email marketing with 2 hours? And you say, sure. And you know what I do after that? After you watch the video, I will say, hey, would you like a one-to-one consultation, completely free? And you say, sure. And after that, I come to your office, one-to-one, and I say, hi, you got so much problem, lah. I think you need help. This is why I charge you. Is that fair? That is how you build relationship in email marketing. Do you understand? If the first time I start selling you, who is Charles? Who are you? Why should I listen to you? That is why people fail. Because all you do is spam, 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 and send out 1,000 emails and expect one person to come back to you and buy and you say email marketing works. If you want to do email marketing, my open rate is about 50 to 60 to 70% every single time. Anything lower than that is a waste of time. You know why? Because why do you want to waste your time sending emails to people and expecting 1% to open? I mean, can you imagine people doing things and expecting 99% failure? But why you do that? Because you don't know, but today you know. So, the money is in the list. It's a big lie. The money is not in the list. The money is, how are you going to monetize it once you have it? How you need to follow up. What is this button? Okay, good. You see, to determine how you will monetize a new lead or subscriber once you have it. That is why I said lifetime value. A customer can buy a 1 ringgit product from you today, but if you nurture a person throughout a lifetime, it can be a $1 million product. Or 100,000 or 10,000, depending on what you sell. Depending if you're selling property, it can be 1 million, yeah? And you always need to follow up, and then mistake number 2, they send exact same email to everyone on their list. This is very, very common. So you can see that, yeah? So what you should do is understand customer persona. You know what's customer persona? Customer persona is why they buy from you. Who are they? Where do they live? What do they work as? Everything about the persona, about the customers, you must know. Because birds of the same feather flock together. Do you understand? So once you have that customer persona written like this, then only you can start coming up with the message. Understand? Then only you can start coming up with a plan. What is your 12-month revenue? What is your 6 months revenue? What is your 3 months revenue? What is your 1 month revenue? You need to work backwards, then only use whatever digital marketing skills you have. And email marketing is something powerful, something good, because simply it can help you nurture again and again and again. Like I said, if Starbucks or anybody gives you 5 ringgit every time you open the email, you will welcome them again and again. Make sense? You see, you can spend, listen up, 20, 30, 40, 50 ringgit on Facebook to generate a lead. Lead, not even sales, but you cannot spend 5 ringgit to generate a sales. Think about it. Okay, I'll leave it that to you. You think about it. What about content? How much time do I have? Is anyone thinking? Only 10 minutes. Okay, I can go slower a little bit. I thought I was so fast. Okay, content, you can do this. Indoctrinate engagement, essential, segmentation, re-engagement. First of all, I explained to you, this is what you want to do. Indoctrination. Welcome new subscribers, telling them what they can expect, what they can do next, the biggest benefit. You see, a lot of people like to do this. You know when you have a form, and once people fill out what you have, thank you, and we'll get back to you within 24 hours, right? That is a waste of time. That is a totally waste of time. You know why? Because people who fill out your form are ready, are interested to know, to purchase about your product or services. Do you know that? Straight away, what I will do, when people fill out the form, I will do this. Hey, thank you for filling out the form. Here is a coupon in the next 30 minutes, 50% off whatever I'm selling. The person is hot. The person is ready. The person already walked into your shop, walk into your website, fill up the form. That's what you should do. If the person don't buy, it's okay. You know what? Can you visit my Facebook? Can I capture whatever you want? You tell them what to do. People on the internet loves to be told what to do. You realize that? Go here, click this, buy this, do this. Because if you expect them to do things, they won't do anything. So that is why you need to have instructional. That is why you say what they need to do next. Send immediately. Design to engineer the brand to new subscribers. You say the branding can be done there. You say this is indoctrinate. This is how people like, I don't know, good speakers, where they promise a lot of things, people believe them, yeah? And then you need to have story. You know what story? Storyboarding. People love story from a kid to an adult. We love story once in a time. So tell people why you should welcome them. You know, tell them what to expect, what to do next, encourage. So this is a series of emails. Do you realize that? So when people subscribe as a series of email, I can't teach you how to do that today, but you put it one by one every single day. Now, a lot of people say, so how many times should I send an email? As many as you should, until the person met you. A lot of people say, don't. Again, don't spam me so many times because I don't want to receive email from you. Once in a month is good, twice in a month is good. If I am Starbucks, again, if every day I give you 5 ringgit, how much would time you want to receive? Every single day. The problem is you don't give people, you always ask, take, buy this, buy that, buy that. Of course people get fed up of you. So give, always give as much as you want. People love you. And once people love you, they want to buy from you, yeah? So 1, 2, 3 emails in a week, you can do 3 emails, no problem, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. Don't ask me what time is the best. I mean, I'm not an expert. To me, I send every time. Because people today, they're different, yeah? They got their phone on them, they can receive anytime, they can check anytime. So to me, that's not that important, but it's up to you, your business, how you check on it, yeah? So after that, you got engagement. Turn subscribers into converts. What you know they're currently interested in. Design to make a relevant offer. If you know what you're interested in, you can make an offer easily. How many of you here got a retail shop? A retail boutique? See, people come into your shop, people come into your boutique, and you don't take any effort, not yours, other people, they spend 250,000 on Mid-Valley, you know, whatever, 500,000, beautifying the shop. People come in, they don't entertain. You know, you sound stupid, right? You sound silly, right? You don't collect database, you don't collect what you are interested in. Same thing with the internet. You spend so much money on the internet, so much money on your website, but people come into your website, you don't know what they want. Then ask them, so, statistics shows which website, which page do they like to go in? Don't know. What do they like to buy? Don't know. How many times does a customer come in and spend time? Don't know. Now, why have a website for? Why? No. Because everybody says you must have a website. You see, a website is a tool for you to generate leads. To me, not to do sales. To me, not to do sales. You know why? Unless you're like $1 billion like Lazada, Amazon, all these $1 billion companies who's losing money, whatever, they always lose money, but a lot of money. My business model is to always capture leads so that I can follow up and generate sales and make a profit. I'm a small business owner. I can't be bothered, not yet spending on branding and advertising. I want money. You understand? So small businesses like me like to collect leads so that I can follow and I target people, the right people. So I need to know when people come into my website what they are interested in, and you must know. And different people, different emails go for visiting my website. This is what you're interested in. No, I'm not. Okay? Move on. So, important is conversion. Okay, turn subscribers into converts. Again, storyboarding. You need to overcome, no objection. So, ask for the order. Before people, everybody got objections when they buy something. Before they come up with objections, you tell them all the objections, the solutions towards it. So when they think, wow, this guy really understands me, I think I want to buy from you. You understand? You make people, like I said, read the email, it's like you're speaking to me personally, not to a general public. That doesn't work anymore. You need to use email to speak to me directly, to know my pain, to know my problem. You see, everybody here got different motivation, different reasons to buy things. Do you realize that? Let's say if I'm selling a woman's shoe, for example, a woman's shoe, I can't sell to every single woman who have legs. That's wrong. You know, if I'm selling woman shoe, a lot of people say sell to every woman. If that works, you go to any boutique, I guarantee you, why does a woman boutique shoe got more than 1,000 shoes inside there? But when a woman buy, they only buy 1 or 2 pairs. But they still have a 1,000 thing. Why? Because everybody is different. A woman who is pregnant probably wants a different shoe. A woman who works in the office, admin, 8 hours a day, wants a different shoe. A woman who goes out to meet customer must have a different shoes. Do you understand all these things? A woman who stands on the operator probably needs a different shoe. So a woman's shoes, even a simple woman's shoe, you need to know the tablet, the persona, and everything else. So that is why you need to have the data, okay, storyboarding. Okay, so ascension means turn ordinary buyers into multi-buyers. This is where, if you do the correct things, you can promote more things, people will like you. Have you seen credit card people in Mid-Valley? Or the fella, the hair fella, Yunam. Okay, I don't mention brand, not name, but it's Yunam, but it's okay. Yeah? So I'm a little bit bald, so when they see me, or credit card fella, when they see me, the 100 meter, I lock the eyes towards them. You know what they do? They come to me, right? And what do? You run towards them or you hug them and run towards them? You run away or you run towards them? You run away, right? I do that all the time. The moment I make a mistake, I look down, I look up, they look at me, they sell a credit card, they smile at me, I know gone already. Correct or not? That's not the way to do business. Same thing here. But if I were to buy something, I would love to be, you see, I have this thing. People hate to be sold, but people love shopping. You realize that? People hate to be sold, but people love shopping. I give you 1,000 ringgit, you can shop. As crazy as you like. But the moment I come and sell you things, you don't like it. You know why? Because you don't resonate to what I want. But if I resonate to what I want, you know what I like, and you keep selling me what I like and what I want, I will become multi-bias. Okay, that's what the email can do for you. Data, connection. Alright, so this is all the steps you can do. I'll give you this, no problem. And then this is segmentation. Segmentation is this. You need to know, you need to break out. In my group, they have different groups, maybe 20 people, 20 groups. Each email groups, different messages. You understand? Some are experts, I cannot talk to them simpler. Some of them are new, beginners, newbies, I cannot talk to them like expert. So different group, you have to craft your email specifically for them. And once you do that good, they will buy from you, they will come to you. You see, at the end of the day, what I want is 2 things. You win, I win, everybody wins, you see? So that's the idea of email marketing. You market, you don't sell, you market. Okay, it's not email selling. Have you realized that? It's called email marketing, not email sales. So you need to spend a lot of time understanding the customer, a lot of time knowing what they want, what they don't like, give value to them so much until you position yourself as an authority expert. So a lot of people say to me, Charles, email doesn't work anymore. I say, bullshit. How many emails do you have? More than 2, I guarantee you. Correct or not? Or more than 3, correct or not? The problem why it doesn't work, sorry, I use bullshit, it's recorded. Please delete that. It's because you sell wrong things to different people. That's it, that's the only reason. You understand the saying? Alright, so let's move on. I'm going to end already. So this one, the same thing. Broadcast your full database. This is called broadcast. Broadcast is like, let's say CTech is doing email marketing. Who wants to come for a free email marketing class? Broadcast to everybody in the database. So what happens is 1,000 people receive. You understand? And then what happens? 200 people say, I want to. Correct or not? And out of 100 people, all of you here, maybe 80 people in the room. Do you get it? It's always the same process. That's called broadcasting. It's not targeted. It is a little bit targeted, but the response rate, yeah, is not that good, yeah, compared to if very, very personal. So, re-engagement, this one I can show. Can I draw for you? It's easier. Can you see if I draw for you? Can I rub this? Okay. So very simple. Oops. Very simple. If I were to sell something here, I'll draw here, and when I sell something, a thank you page trigger, right? Do you understand? When I sell something, a trigger page thank you, correct or not? So instead of thank you, a lot of people like Alibaba, Amazon, sorry, not Alibaba, Amazon, eBay, they do this. They purchase something and they will say things that you can buy together. Have you realized that? And then they will promote you something else. And when they promote you something else, if you buy, a thank you page comes up. Do you realize that? Okay, so if I see this thank you page, meaning the customer has bought 2 things. Do you understand? Again, if I see this thank you page, meaning the customer has bought this and bought this. So if a customer didn't buy this, I also will know. I will say, why you didn't buy? I follow up through the email. The customer buys, I can sell again another thing. If he buys, there's another thank you page. If he doesn't buy, another question mark. Then I can ask him why you didn't buy, or I can retarget, or can do this. You understand why? So email marketing and e-commerce becomes very powerful in a sense where you know whether the person put in a shopping cart, you know the person is creating the credit card but didn't finish it, you know the person, you know, understand what I'm saying? You know every single formula from here, just a little bit advanced, and then the email immediately trigger out the next hour or the next couple of days, depending on how it's set. Do you understand? So the whole series of an email marketing becomes so powerful. And then sometimes you say an email, why? Hey, how do you know I'm buying something? How do you know I put in my credit card, but then I didn't buy? Maybe I got distraction from my kids, or from my girlfriend, or my boyfriend, whatever reason. So email marketing as a tool is very, very, very powerful in e-commerce. You know, you need that because you can't call people like that. But on email, you can receive. Because when people buy things, they'll put in their best email. Do you realize that? And once you get the best email, you can keep selling and selling and selling. All right. I have about 5 more minutes. I'm going to quickly go. Lesson 4, your email, headlines, hook, list and benefits, proof, story, call to action. Follow this sequence, you'll be fine. The most important in email is your subject. If people don't open your email, gone, finish. Your whatever written is gone. So your subject must be important. So always give something like what they want, a hook. Like say for example, you must do this thing or else you will fail in your business. What is it? Don't know? Click open up, then you know. You understand? The number one secret you are doing, that is why a lot of people fail in their business. Click here to find out more. They click the open, they want to read, you understand? Those kind of things that you need to subject, method, expert. I can give you a little bit more. The number one reason why men like these things and not women. You'll be interested. As long as you create curiosity, in your email, they will open. Okay? And when they open, you got a chance to get more clicks. That's the idea. And the more clicks you get, the more things you get. So how big? Tracking. Tracking is important. Quickly, yeah? How big? Are you emailing? How many opens? How many clicks? How many unsubscribe? How many complain? Unsubscribe is okay. But if people complain you 1, 2, 3 times, I think your email provider will ban you for life. Do you understand? So be careful, yeah? Doesn't mean that they can just complain, you can spam them, yeah? So how well is email marketing working now? It's very powerful. You can track all these things. So check, opens, click, unsubscribe, complaints. Tell them which one, how many seconds, how many minutes they are reading. Do they click, do not click, or whatever you do, you need to keep testing. Always do A/B testing, yeah? And one of my favorite software is Drip. Personally, I've tried a lot of softwares. I don't like the monkey fella. What's the monkey fella called? MailChimp, because it's free, right? It's free and it's quite not good for business. Another one is called, what? I can't remember. But Drip is good. Drip is cheap, it's paid, it's cheap, but it gives you a lot of data, like how many people click. And it's good for me when I send out invoice to my customer, and my customer say, I got no time to busy, I got no time to read, but I know what time they read, I know what time they open, I know what time they click, I know everything about them, and they say they're so busy. I say, it's okay. You take your time and you're free, you open and click. But that is what this fellow can do, he tracks everything. So it's good for me to track everything, yeah, because I need data. All right, I have, I think, 2 to 3 minutes. This is my last slide. Any questions you want to ask? Hi. Okay.
Strong e-commerce marketplace, we actually have lots of data. I actually wanted to maybe what
No, maybe one here, so we can hear that.
Hi, thank you, Mr. Gregory. Yeah. So my name is JJ. Actually, I'm selling on online marketplaces like Lazada and Shopee. So I'm asking Mr. Gregory and others as well, because all the data they're obtaining, I don't have it. I only have big data. So is any hacks or tricks to get this kind of email from my customers? Thank you very much.
As I know, local platform, a local marketplace, they don't share the customer's data with you because that's the most important thing. If you know the data, it'll be gone. To me, I don't use those. To me, I always encourage my customers to build their own brand, to build their own marketing. Of course, you can leverage on these people, but then again, if you really want to grow big, you have to use your own platform. Okay, it's like Shopify. Shopify is not expensive on the monthly, but it still works the same. So then you have all this analytics, this data. That's how they make money. That is why they are so, so generous asking you to list. But at the end of the day, if you think about it, if you're just masa-masa main-main, you can use this platform. But if you really want to build $1 million business, you need to have your own platform. So I think that are suggestions for you. Yeah. Okay, any other 1 or 2 more questions about email marketing?
Hi, my name is Nazim. Okay, last time I did some email marketing. So all the emails end up in a spam box. So do you have any tips on?
Yes, email today we got, especially Gmail, we got the inbox, we got the promotional, all these things. How to go to the main inbox? Be careful of using the words free, promotion, discount, money. All that will go to spam box quite easily. You trigger easily. That is why I like Drip, because that Mailchimp, the free folder, everybody use. That's why everybody uses and get abused. So don't use free things. That's why it gets abused. Drip is good. One thing about the subject is also good. So keep testing. So this Drip will tell you, if I send a message about content, if it goes to the spam box, I redo until it doesn't go to the spam box. Does it make sense to you? So you know 100% that before you send, you go to your inbox. So to me, careful of that subject. Don't use money, free, discount, promotion, buy now, valid for 24 hours. Those kind of spammy email should go to junk box.
Only the subject, what about the content?
The content, you can manipulate a little bit, not that much. Because the subject is the one that they see, as I know. Yeah? Okay. One more last one and then I'll end, so that you can go for the next one. I'm 3:30. One more. Yeah.
How do you craft your email, a template, or you will write customized email to each customer, or what?
Yes. Can I go back? Yes, I can. I will use this formula, usually. Headlines, hooks, leads, witty copy, list and benefit, proof and stories, call to action. It can be all, it can be either, it can be 1 or 2. So there's a standard template for me to craft my messages, so that people like stories. People always like the hero becomes weak, kena beaten, whack, and then after that, the end of it, he trumps. Yeah. So like any other story, any other games, any other movie, any other real lifetime, people like this. For example, you are selling a house. I know your struggles. How will I know whether the house is going to appreciate or depreciate? I was like you. I was buying my first house. I personalized it. You understand? It's never promotional when I sell things. Never. And then after I made my decision, after I thought, you know what? I don't want you to go through the same process. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. You know what? Just buy my course here. I help you everything. Does it make sense to you? So it has a process flow to hit people emotions, because people always buy with emotions. All right? All right. So I think that's it for my time. The phone is already telling me to go. Thank you very much. And I have to.
Thank you, Charles. Do you all learn something from Charles just now? Sure. Okay. They're scared. Okay, next. Sorry? Then you have to pay lah. Okay, anyone? Anyway, I think after June, we will have a program with Charles on digital marketing program. But it's a paid class. It's not under us, but we are collaborating with him. So that's why I said you follow our Facebook, because any program we will update there. Okay, next one we have Vixen from Exabytes. Okay, Vixen is all the way from Penang. I forced him to come here today. Okay, Vixen, go.
Good day, everyone. Okay, seems like the first two speakers is quite well on quotes and everything, but mine will be on just uniform. Okay, well, I'm from Penang and I just landed in this morning and later on I will fly back because by the invitations from someone, and yeah, because of CTEC as well. So thank you for everyone that full of energies here and to listen for our talks, our sharings, our experience that we're going to share with you guys. Okay, so I'm Vixen. I'm not sure whether you guys heard about Exabytes before. Yeah, so mind to share me that how many of you actually heard about Exabytes? Wow, thank you so much. Okay, seems like my team is doing a good job. Okay, I'm from a marketing department of Exabytes. And I've been in Exabytes since 2006, which means it's 12 years ago, since I'm joining as a web graphic designer. So how many of you actually here is a business owner and you do yourself a design and you do yourself photography shooting and you do yourself upload the products for on e-commerce? Everything you've done on your own, right? Okay, me too. Well, I'm not just Exabytes, but I'm selling kuih online. I'm not sure whether you guys heard about me on Mama Kuih. No, really? Sorry, because I'm in Penang. So, okay, yeah. And actually, maybe some of you guys still have no idea what to sell. Okay, besides this, I'm going to share about email marketing as well. Okay, and what I'm trying to share is, if you are still struggling on what kind of product you're going to be selling online, you might need to think about something unique, something that people that not easily to copy over. Don't go and get from China and then just go ahead with that. But if you would like to try your experience on how to get online, then you can go ahead with China product first. But after that, you might need to have your own product. If you are not going to compete with others, try to build your own unique product, which is quite very hardy to copy. Like myself, actually, I'm selling homemade kuih that actually I can do it and deliver to KL, Johor, Singapore even. But how can I make it? I don't put any preservations, but I use the vacuum machines and I tried it out and I pack it and I ship it. Okay, but enough, because of why? Because of the post always keeps delay, and recently there's quite huge impact on the e-commerce. There's a lot of shipment that to ship, so the shipment is not on time like before. So I plan to solve it because I don't want to spoil the branding. Because some of the day they delay even 1 or 2 days to reach our customers. So now I keep on in Penang. I just sell in Penang. All right, but I still go through Facebook. I still go to my websites and others. All right. So yeah, and I'm in Exabytes since 2006. Back to here. I'm handling web designer and photography as well because of the process, and then I set up websites as well, and I'm handling digital marketing as well. All right? Yep. And for email marketing, there is a funnel that I would like to suggest for you guys if you are actually in e-commerce, especially those who are using WooCommerce, who are using Shopify, that you are able to control your own data. So I heard about JJ just now asking about the own data. So I would like to suggest you guys, those who are still in Lazada, don't be quick, it's still been there, but start to build your own. To be honest, you have to put your own. I'm from Exabytes, we are selling hosting, we are selling server, we are selling VPS. Of course, you need to build your own websites and on top of the hostings. Means that you control yourself, you control your own data, and of course, you can manage the data as well. If you are hosted on other people's platform, they are not giving you those data. as what Charles shared just now, as what just now the first speaker shared just now, the most important, the most valuable thing is not money anymore. It's not oil anymore, it's the data. Data is the money for you. Okay? So from here, basically you can understand that when the user in from the website, in the end up, they purchase. Assume that they purchase, or they sign up your services, or they fill up your contact form. So basically, you have a thank you email as what Charles shared just now, right? Okay, so what about if they purchase but they didn't pay? That is considered a pending payment, or they are abandoned. So we will shoot another email. We call it abandoned cart email. So this email will detect that people that they are quick from the end of the cart. Example, view cart, but they quick on that. They don't want to continue. They might have a problem on that. They might not preparing the credit cards. They might have problem on, I'm not comfortable with your sales yet, so they quick on that. So you can shoot abandoned cart email, go to follow up. So, as Charles mentioned just now, and my next statistics as well, don't just shoot one email. You have to put follow-up emails. If just only one email, due to currently you have how many emails in your mailbox daily? So there's a lot, right? You have to follow up. Same, you meet one new person, tomorrow you forget it, correct? So you have to like call, follow up maybe, and do something like let them to actually remind you back. Oh, you are Vixen from Exabytes. I see you before. Okay, right? So same. If they are complete a cart, they go to a thank you email. You can still follow up with 3 emails or, and you can go to upsell others as well. Okay? Any issues for now? Any feedback? Any comments? If not, I will go next. So today actually 6 things. I think after I extract it become 1 already. Okay, that's actually not 1, 1, 1, 1, but it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Okay. So first, the email with long subject line have a 24.6 higher average response rate. This is not my data. This is from one of the latest statistics checked by one of the company. They are a statistic company, and then they do a testing for the whole email list sent out. They have this data to show. Okay. The second one, follow-up appear to significantly improve response rate as per what I mentioned just now. 3 email. 3 email is not the most suggestible, but you can be like 1 or 2, then you monitor on the open rate, click rate. If in the first email you can get a conversion rate, of course you have to stop from the system for the same sequence of the second email and third email. You have to go to the next sequence, new sequence, when they actually reach your goal, like sign up, okay? So, the third one, personalized subject lines boost response rate by 30.5%. As for what Charles mentioned also just now, personalized subject, okay? So, the fourth one will be emails with personalized message body have 32.7% better response rate. Okay? Then, fifth, Wednesday is the best day to send email. Any one of you actually simply send email anytime, any days. Okay, today I want to send email, just go ahead and shoot on it. So, what about I ask you back, when you will probably check your email? In the morning? When trigger on the phone? Okay, if those are on the phone, okay, if those are in work, open a laptop, or maybe just when the time that you're free, or maybe in the morning you have to clear up all your email first, or maybe it's not weekend, but it's a weekdays, because weekend is your family days. Example, okay? So, from the check, they are actually found that Wednesday is the best day. But that means that others day there's no only open rates, it's the best days for that, okay? So the sixth one, linking to social profiles in your email signatures may result in better response rate. I will explain to you this later. Okay, number 1. Email with wrong subject lines. Okay, this is just one. Okay, see this. I'm not sure whether how many of you that know that the length, the characters actually has to be in 36 to 50. That's the reason. That's the reason why. First, see this example. Quick questions. It's a subject. Do you think it will trigger you to open? Quick questions. There is a very strong one. It might become a spam. Maybe. Okay, what about you ask something like quick questions about your recent purchase? Or quick questions on your recent, what kind of model of a wallet that you have purchased? It seems like, hey, how you know that I recently just purchased this wallet in your store? Am I right? What about quick question about your latest blog post? It's something like quick question about your recent, you just post the things that about, what is email marketing? Wait, how you know that I just post this email marketing post? So it was something like, I would say, targeted subject line as well. So you touch people that what actually they can remind them back what they have done previously, then they will go into it because they know that it seems like this email know me. Not I know your email. This email seems like understand me. So okay, and the length. When you see this, if your subject is too long, no matter in Gmail or other email client, there is a truncate. Anyone understand this? So, it will cut. Of course, it won't show the full length for the subject, am I right? So, how do you actually utilize the characters here to actually enforce or show the best important point to attract for the clicks? For open rate. Okay? Same to like a Facebook post. You have a read more button. Do you guys actually understand that how many words that actually it kept before you go to read more? So you had to go and analyze it because it based on the characters as well by Chinese or by English is different. So you need to monitor on that. So don't put all those unimportant things that below after read more for Facebook post tips. Because people might kind of see first before they click on read more. Okay? So this one, follow-ups, emails, okay? This it is statistics that every single person receives 121 email per day. It is actually quite a lot, in average. So how do you actually stand up from here? You have to keep on follow-up, but not spamming, of course. You need to base plans ahead on your sequence email, how to relate to your follow-up email first, second, and third, okay? And, personalized subject lines. So, same go to the rules, number 1, 36 to 50 characters. Instead of increase sales, I can have to increase sales leads by 28%. So example, given the data, given a hint, I can help you increase how much, how many, what's the amount that you can help me. If I get attracted with your 28% or 59%, I can go and click on it and read it out on your emails. What is that about? Okay? What about share tips? 8 ways to generate sales leads without marketing. Everyone keen to see that. Hey, someone sharing that without marketing we can generate sales. That is the 8 ways or more. Why not? I just go into it and click on it and read in it. Okay? Okay, number 4. Emails with personalized message. It can improve the 2.7. Example. It might having a lot of templates for you guys to compose an email. Especially you want to put a very fancy banners. I put fancy banners because people like to see what? Fancy banner, because the banner can get attraction. I can put one more colorful one. But if the banner is very huge, you have no idea how to manage it, and people need to load your banner even worse because the internet connections is low, and there's no banner, it become like a cross missing image. Okay, so what about you? Play on the tags. Hi, my name is Vixen. I can offer you a great rate of web design services example. Instead of, why? You just introduce the persons that you are sending to. Actually, this one can be done in CRM or the email system. As long as you have the data, you can do it. Hi Alex, my name is Vixen. Example, I send to the persons that name Alex, okay? So, I found out that your current company website, oh my god, this guy is actually very understand me. In the content I can read that this guy actually like meet me before already. You can even know my website. And you can even know that my website is not more friendly. I really want to give this guy to do my web design because he very understand me. And I can confidence that this guy can do me a very good job. Okay? So far okay? Understand? So yep. Number 5. Why Wednesdays is the best day? So basically, it's what I mentioned just now. Actually, it's considered as a weekdays because weekdays having the best response rate compared to weekend. So normally when you're back to Monday and Tuesday, okay, from Exabytes, what we are actually doing is we normally will send out Tuesday and Thursday. So for those that are receiving my email, you will say, oh, Thursday and Tuesday, that's why we'll send email already. Okay, so alright, so just to take note that why we choose Tuesday and Thursday is because on Monday, when you're back to the work, and you see a lot of emails in your mailbox, and you try to clean it up, those like looks like spam, or looks like none of it that you like to click on that or open, you just direct trash it. So basically, in Tuesday or Wednesday, it will be very clean. Your inbox is quite nice. So you want to reach that person in that time is a very good time, especially in the morning, but not in lunchtime. Don't send email in lunchtime, but send email in like 9 to 10 a.m. But it quite depends on your audience. If your audience is in US, don't send based on our time, okay? Right? So number 6, why say so? Charles just mentioned just now, personalize. So how do you prove that you are the person? You are not a robot. So I would say that put in a signatures for yourself with pictures, with your profile, with LinkedIn, Twitter, or Facebook personal profile link. If you open your email, they want to know that is this a real person that's sending to me? If they click, or if they don't even click, it presents the confidence level. Because you are proving that I'm not robots that's sending to you. This is not system, this is me. This is Vixen that sent you an email. So far, okay? Yep. So I'm almost done from my 6 tips on how email marketing that actually can help you guys. Yep. So any questions? Yes.
To share the profile, then because our profile we have some rubbish. We sometimes talk rubbish. We need to create another clean business profile for that.
If that is a must, I would suggest to do so. You have to prove yourself that it's a real person that you want to confidence in, because every single email that you send out, you have to bring back the conversions. So why not you just put some thoughts on that to prove that every email that you send out is building up the confidence and you are not robots on that. If not, you have like bounce back because of this profile is actually not a real person as well. So which means that it is not up to that what we are looking for, what we are requested done. Okay, so I would say that nowadays people are not meeting you, people are not face to face with you. So you have to prove that actually you are sincere to this person, even you are not calling him, but you are just text him or you are just like emailing to him. So Exabytes purely revenue. I would say that our online conversions is considered as we are mainly from websites taking order. We are not always like go and meet and take a lead and then convert. So we have the all experience on the how to improve the websites, improve the UI UX, and how to do the email marketing. And even actually I want to share is bots. How many of you actually having fan page for your business? I believe everyone is setting up your own fan page, right? So do you all actually PM getting the PM or message and reply until you like double tahan and you're tired? Or still okay? So far still okay. Or what if I tell you that there is a bot that actually can help you to answer those general questions? Would you like to know it? So basically you can record down, there is a ManyChat, ManyChat, ManyChat. So you can go and find out that it's not expensive, it's like USD 10 per month. Okay, you can actually integrate, because today I'm not here to share about the bot. So basically, you can do a lot of things on the bot. Example, you can run an ad, and then that ad is quite targeted ad. You're selling them like a shoe. Okay, if they're interested on the shoe, they'll ask you some questions. What size that I have? So what color do you have? So you prompt into a chat, and then they will ask your bot. So if you already predict that they will ask these kind of questions, why not you just send a bot to him to serve? If you're looking for this color, yes, we are available. We are available, and this is the price. You can just click, go to your e-commerce system, purchase, done, go into just now what I found just now, thank you, and then go towards the email funnel. You get what I mean? So the whole process is without a real person, but you have already set it up before. Okay? And there is another CRM that I would like to share as well. Okay, example. Just now we are mentioning, how many of you here are actually using WooCommerce? Okay, so for those who have no idea what is WooCommerce, so WooCommerce is the one that integrates with WordPress, that actually can get your WordPress run into e-commerce. Means that you can use WordPress to access e-commerce, to run e-commerce on websites. And you can put out your products, and then they can check out directly, purchase, and then you can just handle on the shipping. The platform is Metoric. METORIK. So Metoric is a CRM that exclusive for WooCommerce. So basically, it will help you on abandoned cart, that just now I mentioned. It will help you on analyze your customers. Every of your taken orders, it will let you to understand what this customer actually purchased previously or next day, and what is the total revenue that this customer generated to you, then what kind of email that you're trying to send them. Okay? So that kind of personalized, more targeted content that to be sent, you need to understand first. So I would say that understand your customer before you do any actions. Don't do one-shot blast. So maybe someday people ask you, how many email that actually you send per day? I said 10,000, 20,000. I said, wow, so much. Then you will become like spam. No. Why spam? No, I'm not spamming because I'm sending targeted email to different lists. But in total out, there is 10,000. But I'm not sending those email to one person 10,000. I mean to 10,000 people in one single email. But 10,000 email, it means that there's a lot of different kind of targeted email to different kind of audience and different date of their site update. So I would say that this is very, we are called programmatic marketing. When you set it up this, then you can just keep on running. Then you just fine tune your own AI. So same to the ManyChat as well. So from ManyChat, we get some tips on the ManyChat, on the bot. You can actually do something like, when the PM, you can trigger a chat. Trigger a chat, they look in your chat, and then you can start talking. Teach them to talk with the bot. When they start talking to the bot, and then you look into the broadcast, and then in your broadcast list, you can actually, based on the broadcast, you can tag them. Okay, these people actually love my email marketing content. I tag this guy. This guy like email marketing. So next time, when I try to send message to this guy, I will choose some related to email marketing. Okay, any other questions?
Send videos and emails. Does that work? And secondly is, you said that different countries send emails at different timing. Is there software that you can actually manage all this? Instead of you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and do it?
Okay, for your first questions, video I'm not suggesting to send over, but always touch with video. I would suggest to put it to YouTube, and then embed the links into your anywhere email or any websites. You just let YouTube bear the cost. I mean the bandwidth and everything, because YouTube is the best way to host your video to make it loading fast and everything. All right. And for your second question is about the time zone. So I would say that there's not manual way, but there is a schedule. It is on schedule. So, for example, you said this. Okay, Vixen's come to purchase a shoe today, 4 p.m. I said 8 hours later, Vixen will receive my next email. So those that coming on this time or that time, after 8 hours, of course, my first follow-up email will trigger out. You won't be like, oh, 8 hours already, I need to send email. Then it's not a system. Okay? So you have to trigger the system that 8 hours after, this guy have to receive my first follow-up email. Next, if this guy not really open my emails, I send another email that for this guy that not opening my email. What about this guy open my email? I send another one to trigger this guy that actually open my email. I sell them another things. Because it seems like this guy clicked my first email and interested on my product. I'm not sure they got me. So it based on how you trigger in the first point, then you plot ahead on the next email and follow emails.
E-commerce business. You advise that we do it ourselves, bot. The founder themselves prefer to get someone else to help set up
Okay, based on software, it will basically like if for example mentoring, because this is not in it's not a local company. It means that you're hardly to find someone that actually having this service to you. So if you want to find someone that actually doing this kind of things for you is something like digital marketing agencies or others people like actually managing websites for you, it might having this kind of services to you, but they based on what they know. But not the software that you ask them to do so, because they are not understanding that. Yes. Yep. Okay. In order to set up WooCommerce, at first you need to know how to set up a website first. If not, then it's better that you get someone web design agencies to have it. Okay. Yes. You integrate with the WooCommerce, correct? But we don't have that kind of services. But I would suggest that you might need to look for others, or you have to manage on your own first. Yeah. From my attending study, I mean, from my sharing today is to share what I know, but we don't provide these kind of services. Okay, any others questions? Yes.
Hey, I'm not familiar with the CRM that you are talking about. Then my question is, how do I actually keep track of the users? Where has he gone? What is he interested in? Is that done by the CRM or what? I mean, it serves to which part already until look at which product, or just point to which product?
You mean how do you understand this customer actually purchased what kind of product from you?
I want to know the customer interested in what.
You want to know the customer interested in what? But before they purchase or after?
Before. Let's say they're halfway surfing or what. Can we know that?
Not really, because before they make any decisions, you can actually trace on what kind of pages they have been browsed, but not purchase. If you have to purchase, means that you can make some products to determine this user actually interested in this kind of product. So you can, based on product range, that go ahead. Like example, they are male buying females products, and you can go ahead with this kind of same range of category of products to you. But if they have no any decision made from your websites, you are hardly to know that this guy actually is looking for what. You can only know that they landed on this page. Then what kind of ads that you are going to send them. You can base on ads. Okay, go to the ads. Maybe you can use something like, I'm not sure you guys, when you all go to Lazada or Shopee, you try to browse around one laptop bag. So why this bag is keep on following me? I'm not sure you guys realize on that. So this bag is following on me anywhere, in terms of Facebook, in terms of when I'm browsing others' websites. This bag is always following me. Why this website know that I'm looking for this bag? So actually, Lazada is the one that doing that kind of things, which we call it remarketing. So there's an ad that you're running on Facebook and Google. So Lazada know that these people landed this page looking for this bag but didn't make purchase. And I know that you are looking for this kind of bag. I can even send you other range of this kind of bag in lower price or higher price based on remarketing ads. So that's the way that you can do it.